Some kid. Get rid of that sun. Do it. Oh yeah. We're in the institute. I want to find the serum.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance.
Yeah.
I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face.
Useless.
Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us.
Should have brought Nick.
I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Oh, mate.
Jammed. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Hey. Okay.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Sean, open the
I
door.
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me! Father?
Sean, please.
Father, help me!
Calm down.
He's trying to take me!
I'll get you out of there.
Father, help me!
Oh.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
Is a
That's
robot.
But disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges.
Don't have the key.
Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
I could kill you. Right here. Right now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
I want answers, asshole. Now!
Under the circumstances, I will forgive your vulgar... But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Shaun. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
I think I see where this is going.
Then perhaps you already understand why it was necessary for the Institute to acquire me. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They're scared of you, Shaun. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth
What
has
happened to his
nothing
beard?
fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
I don't expect you to understand or agree with the decision. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
I think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying to help you. I hope that you can see that rationally. The Institute is the only thing left in the world that is worth being part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
I guess I have to.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
That actually worth something?
Okay. You've left me to wander. Come on. Like the guest, are you? Ugh.
Call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors
Welcome to the
malfunctioning? Can you
Institute,
not see the
ma'am.
grime and dust?
That.
beats mayoral duties any day.
No
of the
visible
week.
reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know.
Oh,
I
no.
suppose it's
Yeah,
your
no.
job to find out. Now hold still.
And signs.
Almost done. Just
Doctor,
need to tighten up
they
this
weren't
primary
kidding.
drive servo.
You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I wanted to kill the son of a bitch who murdered my husband.
Kellogg always was a cold bastard. If you ask me, we're better off without him. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
I'm just looking around.
I see. Well, please do mind what you touch. Sensitive equipment here, not like topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division, I'm happy to discuss it.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then. That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models...
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation...
It could have been anything. It was probably just a glitch in the nervous system. The fine motor control software could use an...
You're here. Glad you made it.
But her eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements while sleeping can only mean one thing, Max. You just don't want to admit to yourself what it is.
If you're about to launch into one of your impassioned speeches about artificial sentience and machines and souls...
Bannister. Bannister.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging
Always
their
be
feet on the
vigilant.
targeting package
We have
upgrades I
many
asked for.
enemies.
Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Hey, Doc. Please don't.
So,
There's enough friction
here
as
you
it
are.
is between
Justin
us
Ayo,
and pretty much
acting
all the
director
other
of the Synth
departments.
Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
Yeah,
I'm
right,
sure
yeah.
you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Stay out of my way, or you'll regret it.
That sounds a bit like a threat. I'm sure I'm just misunderstanding you, though. Threats aren't advisable for someone in your position. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
So basically, you're the secret police.
Secret police? If that's a pre-war reference, then I'm afraid it's lost on me. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I hate to break it to you, but your Courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare, but faults can occur from time to time. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Yeah, I did want to say something.
Justin?
Yes? What do you need?
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
Huh. What's that?
It's an honor to meet you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Operating at full capacity.
She's been at it for over 2 hours.
In
What is
case
she
anyone
even
didn't
testing?
mention
Nothing. At
Quiet
this point,
time
she's
runs
just
from
doing it
10
for fun.
PM to 6 a.m.
Doc?
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics, and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
What kinds of blueprints?
Mostly components for a new plasma pistol concept I've been toying with. High-energy weapons are sort of a hobby of mine. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us. Well, that was productive.
Yeah, fuck you. Get back to work.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Well, that's insulting.
I'm sorry. Not my intention. There's just quite a bit going on right now, and your arrival has the potential to throw things off schedule. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
A Courser chip? What's it do?
The same thing it does for our coursers. Creates a link to the relay that allows them, and now you, to get in and out at will. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
I'm sorry. I report to the director, not you.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
Have you had time to examine my latest reports on Batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operation.
We're all looking forward to working
He's
with
eager to
you.
get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child
Welcome.
can survive.
So
for
good to have you
long
here,
there, don't you think?
Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. Right now I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know. But it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
You mentioned medical care? I might need that from time to time.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself to Dr. Dean Volkert. He's our top biologist and
That's
also
who I
serves
need.
as the Institute's resident physician. Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. Just pay him a visit whenever you need to. You won't find better medical care anywhere else in the Commonwealth. I'll promise you that.
That gorilla.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results. So you were there the day the bombs fell. That must have been terrifying.
Yes.
Short work of that.
Fucking hell, man.
Nice. Got it.
Oh, go on the pen. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I didn't say you.
Not that.
Distance.
We have dead cats here. Let's fucking go back. Ooh. We're back here.
Good to see you.
Hello, ma'am. Welcome to the commissary. What can I get for you?
Yeah,
Did you message Claire?
she's on holiday.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
Excuse me.
Just today or week?
Be weak.
Did I turn off the interferometer?
Doctor, I left a copy of the lab report on your desk. Did you get a chance to read it?
I did. Remarkable work. I think we should proceed to the next round of testing immediately.
Of course. I'll inform the team. Feels like this project has been going on for months.
Fuck, I'm not going down there again.
It's hard to stand out when you're surrounded by geniuses.
Excuse me, I've got reports to deliver.
Alright.
report, ma'am.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
The fuck that? Come here. Yeah.
Remember to conserve power at every opportunity.
Yeah, I will do, mate.
Terminal somewhere.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
I believe so, yeah.
It's all apartments.
World's always gonna have tyrants, but if I get my way, there'll be a lot less.
A clean and healthy work environment is essential to maximum productivity.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
Ugh.
Operating at full capacity.
Why the fuck is that serum?
It's really exciting.
Ooh.
having you here. I can't wait to see what you can do.
Yeah, no worries, man. What bother?
Synth Unit, you were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last night. Anything you'd like to report?
Nothing to report, sir. I carried out my duties, as usual.
Dr. Ayo saw you accessing a terminal. You know you are not...
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
I was, but I swear it's
A
not.
friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
Sir, I assure you that won't be necessary. It won't happen again.
See that it doesn't.
The railroad sent me to look for someone they call Patriot. That's you.
What? The railroad? As in the railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
How did you help the synths escape?
Through hacking. The departments focus their best talents on hard science. Why waste time on terminal security, right? The SRB is the exception, and unfortunately, they control which synths go to the surface. But a forged work order from, let's say, bioscience can get a hand-picked synth on surface detail. And it turns out the railroad was waiting for them. Wow.
You've saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths. At once.
Oof.
But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now.
Like serum?
You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense.
Come on.
I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know?
If you require maintenance, please file a report with the Facilities Division.
Why have you just randomly stood there? You must be in BIOS, right? Ooh.
Hacking this is beyond me.
If it's that one.
3 levels of approval. Do you believe that? 3!
No, I don't, man. Unless that's where the serum is, all the way down there. Oh.
So much research, so little time.
You're gonna have to work pretty hard to impress anyone down here.
Okay, that mentions.
Please resist any urge you might feel to eat the specimens in the hydroponic garden.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Well, if it isn't our visitor from the past. Some time ago, we covertly replaced the family patriarch at Warwick Homestead with a synth. He's been field testing a variety of genetically modified seeds that I created. Take this packet of seeds to the Roger Warwick synth. Be careful with these. They represent years of genetic manipulation and enhancement. Hopefully you can manage such a simple task.
Don't patronize me, Pencil Neck.
I meant no offense, just, well, let's move on. Now listen closely, because this next part is vitally important. When Roger asks how your trip was, tell him some blood bugs chased you halfway across the Commonwealth. That code phrase will identify you as an agent of the Institute. Also, you must be discreet. Do nothing to draw attention to yourself or raise suspicion.
Oh, maybe I should get a secret decoder ring, too.
A secret decoder ring? What a fascinating suggestion. I'll have to look into that. Now hurry on to Warwick Homestead so we can begin the experiment.
You just give me a fucking quest.
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
Hey there.
Hello.
Oh, I give up with you, you moron.
Liam.
Good. He's here. C-114. It's me. Sir, do you require something? It's okay, Z-1. She's a friend. She's with the railroad. Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I find that hard to believe. That's what the railroad does, Z-1. She's from the surface. If you insist we speak in front of her, do so quickly. Right now. How many synths want to escape, Z-1? The ones I know for certain? 13. That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go. I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB. If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room? Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure. Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
Of course I'll help you.
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
I'll find it for you.
That's great. Unfortunately, the obvious place to look won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago, but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
No use.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
Wait. If they're so dangerous, you should destroy them and start over with a better design.
There is no need for such drastic action. We are constantly working to correct any flaws that might arise. As you will soon see, we're also more than capable of reclaiming any synths that become a danger to the surface. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a Courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
It might not want to talk. It would be safer just to kill it.
That would be a terrible waste of a valuable resource. If at all possible, that synth should be returned alive. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Sir, we've had another situation. A code red.
What?
Reporting status. All functions normal.
It must be somewhere in biology, surely. that? Shopping.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to many of us.
Take good care of yourself, and you won't have to see too much of me.
Excuse me.
Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going on you. No hurry, though.
After what I've been through, a checkup is probably a good idea.
I should think so. Who knows what you might have been exposed to up there? How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care of yourself, so I don't have to.
Got a minute to patch me up, Dr. Volkert?
All right, hold still and I'll take a look. Your injuries aren't serious. I've got just the thing. There. Good thing you didn't turn to one of those Commonwealth butchers for medical care. We've got some medical supplies over at Requisitions. I suggest you stock up.
Where's that though, mate? It's already telling me.
Remember, health and happiness go hand in hand.
There we go.
Let me guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Sad how often that works.
I have to admit, the third generation synths are really something.
Dr. Volkert, can you see to my injuries?
Let's see what's wrong with you. Your injuries aren't serious. Here, this should take care of it. There we are. Good as new. There's a stock of medical supplies over in Requisitions if you need more.
When the lights go down and the stars come out.
Hey.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor,
Yeah.
I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
What can I requisition?
I have access to a modest selection of arms, armor, and other items approved for use in field missions.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Ooh, motherfucker. Yeah, I'll take all that.
Security's too tight.
Excuse me, I've got reports to deliver.
I fix one relay and 2 more start to fail. At least I'm not bored.
Hey, Doc.
It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
Looks like everything's running great. I'd say you're doing your job.
Hey, thanks. It's nice to be appreciated. Most people just take my work for granted. It's the kind of work that only gets noticed when something goes wrong, if you know what I mean. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done, all that he has built.
Hello. Please ensure that your dietary requirements are being filled.
I'll take a look, sure.
Huh. Sorry, Visual, I've tried, Visual. No fucking idea
What
where
are you
you're
going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
People on the surface have got it pretty bad. Makes me thankful for being down here.
We are working at optimal efficiency.
Please direct all inquiries to G981.
Construction is proceeding according to schedule.
Hey. We are working at optimal efficiency. We are working at optimal efficiency.
Hey, it's Whisper. Whisper's back.
You gotta be careful, man. The Institute is everywhere.
Desdemona.
Oh, thank God.
Woo! See, Jazz, I told you the molecular stabilization matrix held.
Funny, you didn't sound certain yesterday. It is really, really good to see you. Did it work? Did you make it inside the Institute?
Yeah, I got there. And the Institute is paradise. Healthy people, clean, plenty to eat.
A paradise built on the backs of slavery is no paradise.
All right, then.
In Tom's holotape, did you make contact with Patriot?
I met Patriot. His name is Liam Benet.
I knew you'd get the job done. We need every scrap of intel you picked up in there. Write up a full report on Pam's terminal. After you're done, we'll analyze it and figure out the next step. Get to it.
Bet you never met a synth before Glory.
Oh.
Everyone's all, you've been hitting the chems way too hard. But I got my eyes open. I see.
Confirming presence of rogue variable. Dispensing data. There are 3 independent reports of Courser activity. Analysis completed based on target's activity pattern, location, and suspected trajectory. Conclusion. The Institute is actively looking for railroad assets. Stopgap solution. Terminate Courser threats whenever possible.
Wouldn't killing a Courser blow my cover?
2 facts. Fact 1. If Rogue Variable leaves no survivors, chance of undercover mission being compromised is 1.3%. Railroad Alpha has deemed this an acceptable level of risk to preserve the current railroad organization construct. Fact 2. Only agents of designated subclass Heavy, capable of eliminating Courser threat.
Go on.
Target designated Courser Alpha is in a defended location with lower generation synth targets. Eliminate Courser Variable, leaving no survivors. End of discussion.
H-222 made it out of the Commonwealth. It's a tradition to down a glass for your first successful run. Well done.
Preliminary analysis complete.
Anything we need to move on?
Affirmative. Codename Patriot requires admin
Oh,
credentials.
me done.
Code Defender security software.
Got a smoke in the sun. For some reason it's pissing sunny. Peace, 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 peace.